Thank you so much, Sweetness. As always, it's a pleasure talking to you. Tell us a little bit about the technical study group and what's different this year.
The technical study group is a group of people that are brought together, which I expect, who come into the tournament to study the tournament. What we're studying, we're looking at how the teams are approaching their matches. First of all, how have the coaches prepared? Secondly, how are they managing to manage matches? Because sometimes you can come here thinking that you're going to win a match and you end up changing your approaches. Now, on the aspect of what is happening this year that is different, with regards to those groups, in Group A, you can see what has been happening. It has been draws. But then at the same time, it shows that certain teams have come here to compete. They're not coming here to sit back and not get scored. But more than anything, what we are seeing, again, in attack, teams are starting to attack and they're bringing in variations in their attack instead of only relying on the direct approach, which is straightforward football. But now also the players tactically and technically, they also have improved a lot when we're looking at the 2020 and 2021, 2022 competition. And then we're defensively also, it's only in Group B where we have seen a lot of goals being scored, but you know where Mamelodi Sundowns is concerned and the standard of the other teams, but they are improving and we are happy with that.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it because I really wanted to ask about now the difference with how now you've seen the shift and the growth in the women's football. It just looks like even just technically there's so much growth even within the teams as well. We are seeing teams have more team doctors as well. Tell us a little bit about just the growth trend of some of these teams.
Because of the club licensing, we really thank CAF for that. Because of the fact that now qualified coaches are the ones who are in charge of teams. And in that regard, it means that even their training models and training methods, they'll be orthodox because that helps in improving the players themselves and their teams. So with regards to this competition specifically, you can see they said that they wanted B license for head coach at least, and then C license at least for an assistant, which also encourages women's coaches to be also in charge of their own teams, which we are seeing in this competition, even if they sit in second chair, but at the same time, they are involved in the game in developing women's football.
Does the technical group only deal with looking at how the players are playing on the field, or do you also take into the officiating and the refs?
That's up to the referees department because we have the referees commissioners who also write their own reports. But now with regards to things that are happening which are affecting what is happening inside the field, we can also give a note or a comment with regards to that.
And so far, I mean, it's day 3. Are you impressed with what you've seen? What are just your thoughts overall in the past few days of football?
No, I mean, 14 goals. So far, we're waiting for a goal in this group, which will say at least who is going to go on top, really, with at least 3 points. So I think we're on the right track, but I think it's balanced football more than anything. It's watchable football because now if it's a lot of goals, it gets boring, and then now you get to think that the team that is not scoring is the team that is not good enough. But now it gives us a chance to look at football and the tactical aspect and us judge the team, I mean, on their group and their team tactics instead of us now focusing mainly on individuals.
Thank you so much, Sweetness.
Thank you.